Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. So, if all goes well, you guys can hear me. Let me adjust my setup over here on the evil YouTube. So, for those of you maybe do not know, today we are going to play Legends PvP. Let me. Evil YouTube. Not sure why sometimes YouTube really doesn't want to save my settings. It didn't used to happen before, but now it's pretty much a regular occurrence. I guess they've added maybe something to the menu that slows down the whole thing. Oh, here's our friend Barry Allen. So sadly, today we're going to play Legends PvP. For those of you who maybe do not enjoy Legends, that's what we're playing today. Also, next month we're going to change our formula a little bit. Wednesday will remain Checkmate PvP, and Sunday will be Legends PvP. Having different, like having Checkmate the whole month and then Legend PvP at the end of the month, seems to create a lot of confusion with some of you guys. So we're going to try to avoid that. And for those who maybe do not know, maybe you didn't see my previous video, so we have a new patrol that's been added to the game, and there is a new Constantine ally that comes with that new patrol. So if you're wondering what the reward will be for that new patrol, it's the Constantine ally. There's also a few other things like some Kazner crowns and something else I failed to mention. I'm not sure why. Ah, there we go. Not sure why YouTube didn't want to take my thumbnail. Doesn't matter. It's here now. So just a few more setups. Also, bad news. Bad news. Friday, we're not going to get Shadow Lady with us. Sadly, she's not going to be able to be present for Live at 5. Although, for people who don't like her or I forget how it was phrased or voice, I guess you're gonna be happy about that. And she's going to be missing for the next 2 weeks. Basically, she had some events that she could not go to. So she won't be with us. Oh, I'm not sure why. Anyway, evil YouTube. Sorry, I'm trying to finish my setup here, and somehow YouTube doesn't seem to like me today. There we go. So let's see if we can save. We can do it. Again, I'm not sure why. There we go. Save changed. Okay. So I guess we're good to go. So let's go over here. Let's go over here, and let's see if we can see the comments. If you can hear me, say yes. Just be. Oh, Scroll says yes, loud and clear already. That's good to know. MDK, hello heroes and villains. Russell says hello. Scrolls, hi Barry. Russell, Scrolls. Static Shock DCUO, by the way, I'm making a Static Shock character. I'm buying the powers. That is good. The electric power is a good power to have. Personally, I enjoy using it. Some people struggle with it a little bit on the healer side because they think it's a bit power hungry. If you know how to manage your power, it's not really an issue. I never had an issue managing my power as an electric healer. But then again, I played DCO a lot as a controller, so managing power is pretty much second nature to me at this point. Well, let's will bow to everyone who's here. So we have Scrolls, MDK, Scrolls. Oh yeah, Constantine is for healers. I'd say even I'd go as far as to say it's for sorcery healers. But pretty much anyone, and in theory, anyone should be able to use it. Healers will benefit a bit more from using it. And sadly, electric healers don't have. There's one abilities that only non-electric healers will be able to use. I was working with my Constantine video a bit earlier today. Wasn't able to finish it, but basically, electric healer. There's one passive ability that will be able to be used by healers, but not electric healers. Thank you, Safe. Hello, Gorons. So yes, yes, yes. Static Shock, I had a question. What phase are you in? I'm not sure. Let's find out. Oh. We're in phase 8. Doesn't matter because if all goes well, we'll be playing Legends PvP in 1 second. Before we do that, so here we can see our friend Doc Fate, Barry Allen, Rage Blood Rage, Xabella, and Carl Lucas. So to get the party started, let's go to On Duty menu. If you're wondering, Multiverse, how can we join? Quite simple. Go to On Duty menu, go to Legends, select your Legend character. Let's start with Superman. And then let's go to Ace Chemicals 4 versus 4. And that's it. The matchmaking will take care of the rest. MDK, it's OP for water and doesn't work for electric. I didn't try it with water. I tried it only with sorcery. So I'm not sure if I would say it's OP. Didn't really try it in battle all that much. Like I tried it against the combat dummies, which doesn't really say anything. Oh, let's try again. Oh, Static Shock says he's right beside me. Where? Oh, there he is. No, that's Batman. Unless you're playing Barry Allen. Scroll says the only downside to electric healing for me is my opinion is it's a mild mid-range healing. Well, it could be. I have to admit, never thought about that way. I never really had an issue with it. The range always seems fine to me, but oh, Static Shah says my name is Batman557. So you were Batman. Okay. Oh, Stilly says an input in the queue. Then I guess we're going to have to try a 5 versus 5, Stelly. So we'll play this match, and then afterwards we'll play 5 versus 5, seeing how it seems that already some people don't seem to be able to join.
Fastest man alive.
You won't win this.
Smarter than you look. Two guys walk into a bar. You know, you'd think the second guy would have ducked. Why aren't you laughing?
Need a sec to catch your breath?
Oh, here we see the evil Carl Lucas. I'm out of power already. I hate that. Oh, even more than 10 seconds. Freaking timer. Did I mention I hate that freaking timer? Sandwich says, I'm new to this game. How do I become Flash and powerful? It's so confusing. Well, if you want to play as a Flash type character, I have quite a few videos showing how to do that. If you want to play a Flash as a Legends character, then you will have to play Legends PvP and earn Legend currency to purchase the character. Already out of power. That freaking stinks.
Who's the man of steel now?
Well, we should have a healing barrel over here. Oh, I wasn't able to get there. Could have sworn there was a healing barrel over there, but I don't see it from here. That doesn't matter. Oh no, he clicked me. Dr. Fate is so mean to me.
Before me.
This is a job for Superman.
Hurts, doesn't it? Come on, keep up.
Faster than a speeding bullet.
So as you see, when there's multiple opponents that focus on you, you go down quick. You would think that Superman would be more resilient, but not really. Oh no, I was clicky clicked again. Ah, you guys are mean today. Clicky clink Superman. Why? Why would you do that?
Krypton.
The bartender looks up and says,
That all you
"What
are
is
you
this?
afraid?
A joke? Get it? So much fun! Why did the bat fall out of the tree? Because I killed it.
So you can see Isabel is spam blocking. So the best remedy against spam blocking is a little
Try using your brain.
block breaking.
I shall resist your evil.
Way back when it was one of the best ways to be able to win PvP matches was to
Control node enabled.
spam a block break. The strategy by way too many people was to just block break, to just block. So all you had to do to win 90% of the matches was to spam block break. It doesn't seem to be as true these days, but it still
Let me guess. You're the bad guy.
it still works a bit.
You do not frighten me.
You're getting nowhere fast.
So you see our friend Dr. Fate blocks a lot. So that seems to be a strategy. He summons his big glyph ability, and then he blocks and blocks and blocks some more to try to stay alive.
I am an agent of order.
But of course, while I try to block break him, you can see the other guys are smashing my face in. What can you do?
Let me
You
guess.
won't win
You're
this.
the bad guys. Need a sec to catch your breath?
Faster than a speeding bullet.
Too
The lights
slow.
will burn the darkness.
The sentinels will stop.
This is a job.
You're getting nowhere fast.
Not sure why someone.
East control node discharging electrical system.
You won't win
Nah,
this.
Luthor ran away. Did you see that? Silly running away is like the number one strategy in most for too many PvP players. Like you can see here, the Flash going running like crazy, probably trying to heal himself or something.
Be smarter than you look and run.
For Krypton.
Ideally, you need a good pull move so that you can get people who are trying to run away. But here with super speed, it's very, let's say, challenging
System charge complete.
to try to stop him.
Give up.
For truth and
You
justice.
will be extinguished.
Faster than a speeding bullet.
You do know crime doesn't pay.
Lunging kind of works against people trying to run away most of the time. But as I said earlier, with super speed, I just couldn't do it.
You won't win this.
I will rip you limb from limb.
So you saw he made me his ability has some fear ability into it, so that when he attacks you, you're pretty much kind of stunned. You have to block, like you have to try to break out. But as you try to break out, obviously you block for like a half a quarter of a second, and he uses that opportunity to block break you. Which is a strategy that that can be used. Basically, if you use ability that forces the opponent to block, then you prepare yourself to block break them when that happens.
You almost got me.
Let me guess. You're the bad guys.
See, our Flash tried to run away, but luckily I was able to lunge in before that happened. I'm not sure why I was
This
perma-stunned.
is a job for Superman.
So sometimes you don't have to do anything. People will spam block, block, and block some more. So it's easy enough to block break them when that happens. But sometimes you can force them to try to block. And then when that happens, you block break them. Ideally, you're not supposed to go full... Oh. Sorry about that. Ideally, you're not supposed to go into what was known as a turtle mode way back when. Block is just block is just something you're supposed to do to kind of stall your opponent a little bit or survive for a few seconds, or for the counter mechanics to catch your enemy off guard. Sadly, there are people who go full turtle mode and they block, and block some more. And usually, when there's multiple opponents, yeah, when you kind of do that, you're pretty much going to catch at least one of your opponent off guard.
Catch me if you can.
Be smarter than you look.
I can't do anything. When you become a ragdoll and you cannot cast or use a single ability, I hate that. Sorry guys if I'm ignoring the chat a bit. We'll try to get back to it in just a minute. Oh, we got the center, I guess.
This sector will
Looks
burn
like that
with
hurt.
fear.
So be it. You won't win this.
Fastest man alive. Hurts, doesn't it?
For truth and justice.
Again, Flash running away.
Faster than a speeding bullet.
Bye-bye.
So he tries to knock me down
That all you
This is a
got?
job
and then block
for
me
Superman.
when I try to retaliate.
East control node enabled.
Let's go over here. So sadly, brawling is a pretty slow attack. You saw our friend Flash uses martial arts, which is much faster, and that's exactly what I do with my Flash character. In PvE, when I created my Flash character, obviously Flash should be using brawling, but the brawling is so slow that for an actual Flash character, you have to use the martial arts.
Your destiny awaits.
Are you even trying?
Meet your fate.
Come on, keep up.
For Krypton.
Cower before me.
Need a sec to catch your breath?
For truth and justice.
I reacted half a second too late.
Are you even trying?
As he blocked, I was already swinging away, so
Match over.
there we go. And we lost anyway. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't that close either. So let's get out of here. So while we load, let me go back a bit. So insert the electric. Oh, still didn't get put into a cure, so we'll try to cure for a 5v5. Oh, Legends. Let's go for the Batman. Or Green Lantern. Now let's go for Batman. And let's go for the classic version. So 5v5. What's the first 5v5 we have? Oh, the Moon. So let's go for the Moon 5v5. I should have used the Green Lantern for that one. Too late, too late. So Sandwich, I'm new to this game. How do I? Oh yeah, insert that a bit. So I have a few videos, Sandwich, about how to create a Flash character. I suggest a look in my videos for that. Static Shock, I got a question for you. Do you know if Shadow Lady is going to be going live on the 3rd still? I have no idea. I don't know what her schedule is. The only time I know her schedule and when she comes here for live at 5. Other than that, I couldn't even begin to tell you what her schedule is. Sorry. Yeah, Sandwich, we're playing Legends PvP. Scroll says, you're in the right channel to learn everything about DCUO. Ah, you're so nice. Guardian Lamb, what fun contents are there for solo players? Does low player base affect the fun in game? No, no, it does not. There's a lot of solo content at this point. If we just take a quick look at the on duty menu, for example, if we go to custom play, oh, nah, come on. So if we go to custom play, already right here, there's a lot of solo missions just here. I'm not going to open all the tabs, but you can see there's like 7 tabs, and each tab has a whole bunch of missions. And there's also the duos, and now we have also the new option to be able to cure into missions, even if we don't have you can cure into duos even if you're by yourself. So you can decide either as a personal challenge or once you become a bit more experienced or overgeared. Then you can decide to play some of the duos by yourself. And there are some duos that may require mechanics where you need 2 people, but I'm pretty sure most of them you should be able to play solo. There might even be some alerts that you can play solo, but for that, they'll require you to probably learn a bit more about the game and how to use your power, and the same for the raids. I have quite a few videos about playing some raids as solo, although that was before the clamp. Since the clamp, I did not really try to do that. Also, but there are some also casual missions. So if somehow there's a 4-player mission that you would like to try to solo, but the regular version is too difficult, try the casual version. You might be able to play that one. Obviously, there are certain powers like firepower. In my book, firepower is probably the best power to be able to play solo. You should be able to play mostly solo with most powers, but some powers will be more powerful than others. Fire, rage. I guess these are probably the better options. Here we have a pretty cool John Walker, also known as a U.S. agent. Static Shock, can I join the group and that's alright with you? You don't have to join the group. All you have to do is go to the on-duty menu, go to custom play, go to legends, select your legend, and cure for, right now we're curing for the Moon 5 versus 5. So all you have to do is cure for that, and the matchmaking will take care of the rest. Sandwich, I know I just want to become the Flash. Then yeah, look through my videos. I have quite a few videos showing you how to become the Flash in DC Universe Online. I'll probably overdue for a new video soon. I probably should have made one in January when we had the Flash, the Speed Force suit. Too late. Static Shock, how I got a question for you. How do you get the Batman Beyond suit? Simple enough. Go see Booster Gold in the House of Legends. Let's see if we can go there before the cure pops. So if you come see your friend Booster Gold.
Full-fledged Justice League member, brand manager, and content creator with only the best endorsements.
If you scroll all the way to Gotham Time Capsule, this is where you can get the Batman Beyond style. There's the enhanced version of the style, and there is the regular version of the style. You could try to take a look at the broker, but it's been a while since I looked, so let's do that. Let's see. I believe it's beyond high tech or something like that. But if we just go with beyond, we should be fine. So we see the gloves, the leggings. So there's a few pieces of the gear that you can purchase here. Oh, but like you can see, oh, this is the emblem, not the same thing. So yeah, so you can see there's a few pieces you can get here. I'm not sure why we cannot get a preview here. That is strange. But either way. So buy what you can from the broker and buy the rest from Booster Gold. That's pretty much what you have to do to get the stall nowadays. That's not true. I'll show you another option. Assuming that you're willing to purchase to make a purchase on the marketplace, there is also a Batman Beyond suit on the marketplace, but that one is a bit pricey. If we go to the marketplace, if we go to bundles, I forget if it's this one or the other one. No, there it is. There's the Ultimate Batman bundle that you can get for. Here it says 22.50, but I'm a subscriber, so probably 25 bucks if you're not a subscriber, and you do get the enhanced version of the Batman Beyond suit from this bundle. But you also get a whole bunch of other stuff. You don't just get the Batman Beyond suit. So you get the Bat Call, the Swarming Bat Aura, the Bat Drone, the Bat Signal uplink device, and the Manual Air. So you get a whole bunch of stuff for 25 bucks. You don't just get the Batman Beyond suit. Could have sworn there was another bundle. Oh yeah, there it is. There's also the Batman Family Pack. For the Batman Family Pack, you get the Batman Beyond suit. I think it's the regular version of the suit. I have a video about it, so go check my video if you're not sure. But you also get a Robin suit, a Nightwing suit, a Hunter suit, and you get also stabilizers, the Swarm Bat Aura, time capsules, and more. So there are a few options for the Batman Beyond style. Aiden says to win 90% is to use broken characters. Yeah, I suppose you're right, but well, I kind of like to use different characters, so I'm not doing that. Static because I saw somebody wearing a Batman Beyond costume. Yeah, so as I showed you, you can get it from Booster Gold. You can get it from a few bundles in the marketplace, and you could also try to get it from the broker.
Are you even trying?
Try harder.
Bad move, pal.
I am the Batman.
Come on!
No fair, two Batman. Golly crap, a lot of red people against me, so I guess I'm going down. I was gonna say two Batman against me, but there was more than that.
You don't want to do this. Trust me.
So I guess somehow they decided to focus fire on me first. It happens. It happens.
Enough. I don't think so. Stand and fight!
I am vengeance. That's just sad.
Try detective. Time to hammer out the details. Break you in half. Face burn, weakling. Face your defeat.
Let me guess. You're the bad guys.
Ha!
That all you got?
As you saw, when there's two guys attacking you at once,
You're going down.
if you block, odds are you're going to get one of them But sadly, they not sure why I was by. Oh, okay. I was wondering why I was by myself. 11 seconds. Come on, freaking timer. So as you can see, also the timer it should be 10 seconds maximum. Somehow the timer sometimes go all the way up to 11. Why does it do that? I don't know. So the reason why I was by myself, you saw our friends. Some of our friends went down south on the map to get an objective over there. So that's why there was
You think you'd
multiple
learn?
opponents against the poor old multiverse.
Batter up.
Beware the Dark Knight.
Let me guess. You're the bad guys.
So as you saw, as soon as I tried to block, there's someone to block breaks me. There seems to be, could be that someone is spamming a block break. It happens because I do that quite often. Because again, as I mentioned, way too often people block, block, and block. So if you another 10 seconds. If you spam block break, odds are you're going to block break someone.
The night is mine.
That was quick.
I will break you.
That's it?
You will see the light. You do know crime doesn't pay.
That all you got? Pedal to the metal, baby. Enough. Ha!
Match over.
I have to admit, I didn't even know if we were going to win this one or not, but I guess we did win. What probably made a difference is that someone on our team was able to go south of the map and capture a second objective. So that usually makes quite a difference. If you can capture 2 objectives out of 3, that gives you quite an edge over the other team. Static Shock, I'm level 30 in game. Oh, Sandwiches, he's new. That's alright. There's, again, someone mentioned, like, there's a lot of videos on my channel. So, if you need information, just search in my channel. If you do have a question, I used to say at some point in my videos, if you do have a question about DC Universe Online, search in my videos. Odds are, I already made a video that answers your question. Now let's go with Hal Jordan this time. And what's the other 5v5 we have? Oh, Arkham Asylum. Oh, Sandwich, this game is MMO, right? Absolutely. But it's different than other MMOs. So if you expect it to work the same way as other MMOs, you might be a bit surprised. Cameron Summers, 5 artifacts, multi 5. Absolutely. I'm wondering how it's going to work because at some point the devs were talking, we're looking into adding 1 more artifact slots. But at the time they were mentioning that if they were to add a new artifact slot, we would not have the stats of the artifacts. We would only have the passive abilities or the abilities from the artifact. Is that what they're going to do? Are they going to give us 5 artifacts, but not give us the stats? Just give us the abilities? We're gonna have to wait and see for that. Personally, I wish they were to give us the stats. Makes it more worthwhile to have 5 artifacts. I'd also would encourage people to have 5 artifacts, but we'll see how it works out. Oh, as the scroll says, a sandwich. That's why I told you we're in the right place to learn everything about the game. So if you want to make a Flash character, search multiverse video to learn everything about the Flash. Absolutely. I have at least a handful of videos about how to make the Flash. At some point, I was making like one video a year, or even sometimes 2 videos a year. So I'm sure there's a video in there somewhere.
You can't compete with a goddess.
Lobotomy lab control node enabled. Central guard post node enabled. Boiler room control node enabled.
Beware my power.
You're going down.
No fear.
You dare challenge the Red Lanterns?
Go green.
Beware the Dark Knight. Your fate is sealed.
The Joker release enabled.
Call yourself a threat?
Mr. Freeze release enabled.
Let's activate the Joker release. And if we're lucky, we want to heal a bit. There should be...
Don't you have a cat in a tree to
Like
say
my
before
rage.
they beat it? Insolent beast.
Hero number 1!
Ah, I love using the jet ability. Sadly in PvE, it's a supercharge, so you can't use it all that much. But in PvP, you can spam it a bit more. Sadly in PvP, sometimes the matches are so fast that you don't even get to use your supercharge. So whenever there's a character in PvP, or in arena PvP, or when you play Legends PvP with a legend character that does have a supercharge ability. So did you see that Batman pulled me with his taser pull, and I had to break out, and then he block braked me. Evil Batman.
You can't defeat a goddess.
And now I'm trying to use my jet ability, and I kept on being knocked out, so I knocked down. I could not even use it.
This ought to shut you up.
Tails, you lose.
Order will prevail. There are things.
So again, I was focusing too much on trying to block break Dr. Fate, and someone attacked me from behind. Can you believe it? No honors.
Shot?
Oh, our friend Flash again. See, our friend Flash by default went for the block move, and spamming block break was the way to go in this case to take him
The
down.
coin is never wrong.
You're going down in one punch.
The Scarecrow.
So at some point, you kind of realize that what people have a tendency to do, there are patterns that get repeated by most people.
Beware my power.
So you don't learn so much to play the player than to recognize the pattern that some players are using. Let's click because we can. Oh,
Unleash your rage.
evil Flash did not want me to click. Did you see that?
Me if you can.
Me, Bizarro. Hero number 1.
Try detective work.
Right will have its vengeance.
I'm trying to finish off Batman, and I keep on getting interrupted by someone else.
This ought to shut you up.
Well, let's see if we can finish off the Flash. I wasn't able to.
You almost got me.
You am good, friend. Now.
Oh, we didn't get the flash. We still have the objective there.
Try harder. Hello.
No fear.
Oh, match over. That was a quick one. Nah, we lost. So sad now. So let's get out of here. Oh, evil chat jumped on me. I have to backtrack a bit. Sandwich asked, does he do tutorials for every characters or just some? Over time, I made a lot of tutorials for a lot of characters, so I don't know if I made them all. But I have a lot of tutorials, or a lot of I have some walkthroughs. I have a lot of different videos about a whole bunch of stuff. So again, if you have a question about DC Universe Online, if you're looking for something specific about DC Universe Online, search in my videos. Odds are you will find something about your question. Cameron Summers, multi, any old materials you collected? I almost collected them all. I'm missing like I don't know, 3 materials maybe in the game. Oh, MDK says one started without me, so that's why we had to wait a bit earlier. That's alright, it happens. So let's go back to custom play, legends. Let's see what's the next one. I don't usually I'll just select a legend and for whatever map, but here in this case, like for the pit, let's go for our friend Hal Jordan. It should be a good one to use for the pit. As I said earlier, also Dr. Fate would be a good option. He has a pretty big ability that does a whole bunch of effects all around. So you put it down, and then you see it do its work. Ideally, you don't just put it down and then go into turtle mode, but I guess you couldn't do that. Oh, Superman JL says just stopping by to say keep up the great work. Hope you all have fun. Well, thank you, Superman. David Sharp popping in to watch a stream. Have a paid time off day today. Enjoy your time off. Your Barthon Multi, what is your opinion on the patrol system? Do you think it's good for the game? Well, it does give a reason for people to log in every day. So I guess on that front, it kind of works. And one thing I don't understand though is why they went with the 4 latest DLCs. And also they could have made it a theme. Like they could have decided, let's make it, let's say, like this year, or is it next year? We're going to get a Green Lantern, or this year, let's go for Superman. This year we have Superman Day. Why not make 4 patrols based around Superman for 2025? Hopefully at some point they make, like next year we should have the Green Lantern TV show. So hopefully next year they'll make maybe 4 patrols. Like we do have 4 Green Lantern DLCs. So one of each would work for a patrol.
Enough. Great, a moving target.
See our friend Dr. Fate. He puts in his abilities with the pillars and lets it do the work. But here in this case, it's a bit trickier because previously he was using it on a map where there are objectives. You put the runes, the circles on the objectives, and people are screwed. They pretty much they have to be there. Here, if Dr. Fate uses it, they can just move around.
You're going down in one punch.
Beware the dark.
Here again, you can see our friend the Flash running around all over the place. So that seems to be his main strategy. If it works, well, why not?
Shape up or ship out.
No fear.
Pathetic. And I'm even wearing heels. You kids need a lesson.
Poor Dr. Fate.
Don't kiss and learn.
And here, this map, you can have, quote-unquote, the high ground if you have a flying character.
I am the Batman.
Like here, Obi-Wan truly would have had the high ground against
Try to
Anakin.
make this interesting, will ya?
Go green.
I aim to please.
The lights will burn the darkness.
Fastest man alive.
Oh no, Steel is attacking me from behind. Did you see that? Evil Steel. Not sure why I can't. Ah, there we go. So again, you saw Dr. Fate block, block, and block. Although here, there's a few of his friends, or there was a couple of his friends attacking me from behind. Am I alone against the whole team? Did I take out my friends? Oh, I'm so sad now. Sometimes you end up by yourself against the entire opposite team, and you ask yourself, where's everyone? And then you realize that everyone got knocked out. You're the last man standing.
Or ship out.
This ought to shut you up.
Watch and learn.
You think you'd learn?
That all
I
you
never
got?
miss. And I'm modest, too.
Call yourself a threat.
So our friend Dr. Fate tried to run away. I wasn't able to pull it off.
This is where you
When this character with flying, sadly flying is the slowest moving mode in the bunch. So it's a lot easier to catch up to a flying character than super speed. As you saw, that's a tall order. But even Acrobat, when they use their zip line, they should be able to get away from you easily enough.
Watch and learn. Your destiny awaits. Red lanterns.
Word of advice? Don't quit your day job.
behave yourself.
See, Dr. Fate is trying to go into turtle mode, and it just isn't working. But his friend Steel came to his rescue.
Catch.
There's someone over here. Oh, he's there.
Pathetic. And I'm
I don't know where those plants come from. Is that a feature in the map? Could be. Oh, Dr. Fate attacking me from there.
Are we playing too rough?
Slightly out of power, out of colas. Not much I could do at that point.
I recommend acupuncture.
Time to hammer out the details. Your fate is sealed. Orcanus potestas
Get my point?
Who's attacking me? Again, our friend Dr. Fate. I guess he didn't like me knocking him out a few times, so he's trying to get back at me. It happens.
Catch me if you can.
So he's tag teaming me with the Flash.
No fear.
Oh, too late. So I saw they tried to focus on me in the end, but it was too late. We already had the big W. So there you can see the scoreboard a bit. Let's get out of here. So let's go back. So my opinion on the patrol system, yeah, if it works to bring back people, to get people to play daily, sure, it's a nice addition, I guess. It's something that will keep people busy. Basically, at this point, every month they have some sort of event. Either it's the patrol, either it's the where's the oh, there it is. So either we have a patrol, either we have one of the chapters. There was the marquee also with Superman Day. I assume Batman Day, Wonder Woman Day will be the other marquees. And of course, there is also the seasonals. So between all those events, there should be something going on pretty much every month. Because obviously, creating a new DLC, ideally, if we could get a new DLC every month, that would be the perfect situation. It can't really happen. So we have to use, and that's what seasonals were for. Seasonals were for adding extra content between DLCs that didn't require too much work. At some point, they had Save the Universe that was supposed to serve that purpose, but even Save the Universe was still too much work. So they're going with the campaigns. So the campaign seems to be their solution to sort of give us extra content that requires not too much extra work from them. Like in this case here, they came up with an extra an ally, and that's it. So, and they probably would have come up with an ally anyway. So they decided to use it for that. Oh, enough talking. Let's go to PvP again. What's the next map? Oh, Arkham Asylum, 5v5. I never play with Bane. It's probably slow. People were talking earlier about the broken character. For quite a while, Steel was one of them characters, but at some point they nerfed him, but it took a long while. One of the broken character is Two Face, and Two Face was already broken. And then instead of giving him a bit of a nerf, they made him even more powerful by making the rifle more powerful. Go figure. Now let's stick to our friend the Batman, and let's go for the modern Batman. Oh, MDK 8v8. We'll play this match and we'll try. Oh, let's try it again. I guess while I was talking, people already did Arkham. Okay, let's see if how it goes. So Australia. So Australia or Arkham Asylum, the choice is yours. No, popping into okay. Oh, Michael Jackson says, "Have no fear, Hammer Tech is here." Absolutely. Scrolls is talking. Booster Gold has her gear. You'll need quarks. I'm not sure who he's talking about. I guess I missed a message here somewhere. Oh, RBO Robo, was that Kratos? Absolutely. The people create all kinds of characters. Michael Jackson, do you have the new Superman style? Yeah, I have the electric Superman style. I should make a Superman video soon. I wanted to make it this weekend, just didn't happen. So maybe later this week or this weekend, next weekend, we'll see. Bob Borkers, why not give us a Lex Luthor day or something instead of everything catered to heroes? There's a few reasons for that. But I guess having they tried to create the hero villain dynamic so that they could have two factions fighting each other in PvP. But sadly, it created a whole bunch of other issues. Like basically, they if they make too much content about villains, there are some people who will accuse them of glorifying villains or something like that. Like we saw that with the Joker when we had the Joker movie. Holy crap! Did that create a lot of drama? And sadly, creating content around the villains can be a bit problematic. And certainly with the current DC, it has to be very very problematic. So they're focusing more, and also the lion's share of the player base is on the hero side. So creating content with villains is a problem, uh, and most of the players are playing heroes, so they're doing some stuff for villains once in a while. But yeah, usually they'll focus on heroes. And pretty much since the House of Legends, uh, Villains and heroes doesn't really mean anything. We're all just a bunch of characters saving the world. But yeah, no, you're not going to see a day dedicated to villains. The closest I could think of is Halloween. Oh, Robert Thon is in the chat. Where's the Flash? Who's scared, I guess. He's much too slow to be on time to anything. Why will he be on time to this stream? Absolutely. Barry Allen was always late, somehow. Despite his super speed power, he always managed to be late. Robert Thon says, now if they dedicated a day to me, I could get behind your idea. Yeah, it'll never happen, sadly. Scroll asks, why is Eobard Thawne so evil? We'll never know. Eobard Thawne says, blame the Flash family. So I guess while we wait, if we go back to the patrol thing, like the patrol is a way to be able to for the devs to quote unquote give us content without having to create too many new assets. Like basically in this case here, they did not create anything. They give us the Wolfpack token, which already exists, the shaded comic material, which already exists, but which is highly requested. So and the same for the other two packs. So here they didn't create anything. They just created basically the UI and that's it. And then when we get the patrol themselves, if we go to the redeem claim for the patrols, so again here they created one new reward, which was the Shadow Cursed iconic ability. It's something that was requested by a lot of people, and also at this point, people will have to spend roughly $50 to get that ability. So they created one new ability that had people play for roughly 1 month, and that they can also sell thanks to the buyout option. The same for the chapter. Like the chapter, they created one new style for the chapter, and either people had to play the content every day, or they had to open their wallets and purchase the option. The same for the marquee. The marquee was even worse. We only had 2 weeks. So, and in this case, like the Superman emblem, a lot of us already had the emblem, but it was a nice thing for people who did not have the emblem. And there was also the Superman slimlines were a nice surprise. I'll have to give them that. But the patrol themselves, they're fine. It's okay. But obviously, I would prefer if we got new content. But for lack of getting new content, if they give us a reason to play some of the older content, why not? Again, the only real issue I have is why take the four latest DLCs? Why not give us some of the... Oh, I'm stuck here. Uh,
So be it.
So bad news. I'm not going to be able to play this match because I'm literally stuck.
Enabled.
And on this map, there's no way to be able to warp to rally or something like that. Where is there?
Boiler room control node enabled.
That stinks. Oh, the game is going to kick me because I'm not leaving the safe area, but I'm stuck. I cannot do anything. So I'll probably end up being kicked. There we go. Let's see if we can try to get back in by queuing for it again. Oh, deserter. Let's try anyway. So let's go for this one. Ace Chemicals. Oh, no, Arkham Asylum. And there's still 24 seconds. Your Berthon says, I wonder how the patrols are going to affect how many DLCs we get. They don't affect anything really. They just allow us to be able to get to sort of get some content to play in between DLCs. In theory, we should be getting 3 DLCs per year, but they haven't been able to do that for the past pretty much since we got the House of Legends. Since we got the House of Legends, they've been struggling every year. They've been struggling to give us 2 DLCs. Hopefully this year they will be able to get back to 3 DLCs per year, but the truth is we don't know. We're waiting for some news about the upcoming part 2, the upcoming DLCs, as they says, but we don't have any information about that just yet. The only thing is it is mentioned in the producer's letter. Obviously, we should get the next DLC by the end of May. Now, are they going to be able to pull it off? Is it going to be pushed back to later? We don't know. At this point, you are the DLC. I don't get it. Oni's free, bat stuck in a corner. Absolutely, I was stuck, and even more stuck. I was so sad. I thought going for it would allow me to be maybe get back into it. I guess not. So let's cancel the cure. So let's try. Since we know, let's go for our friend Hal Jordan, and let's go for Australia 8 versus 8. Oh, the evil phone. Roberthon says the Joker would have a laugh at this. Absolutely. Anyone would have a laugh at this. I have to admit, I don't recall this ever happening before. So it was quite a fluke, I guess. Ray Sean says hello multiverse. Hello everyone. Jonathan, wonder when they're dropping new PvP tier gear. It's not gonna happen. They pretty much gave up on PvP. When we got the Suicide Squad, the first Suicide Squad movie, they gave us one last set of gear. They gave us a PvP event, and that was it. That was the last set of gear we got was for the movie. It was the Deadshot set of gear, and that was pretty much the end of PvP per se. So we can still play PvP. PvP is still available. We can still play PvP if we want to, but they're not adding any more PvP content. Now, could that change in the future? Could the new devs decide to give us PvP again? I suppose it could, but I don't think they will do that because they've been you may have noticed for the past few months, actually for the past year, they've been streamlining DC Universe Online more and more and more. They've been pretty much getting rid of anything that would require a lot of work from them, and they're focusing on things that basically a lot of the new events we had was just reusing assets and creating a new event with those assets. Like when they created the Outsiders event, they took a whole bunch of the old missions, put it together, and that was a new event. So they basically found ways to get us to play older missions. So they're creating events like Batman Day, Wonder Woman Day, Superman Day. They didn't have to create anything new really, other than the few styles they gave us. Everything else was already created. So there's not going to be any new tier, any new gear, any new weapons, at least not from what we see. Static, sorry, I had to do something back. What did I? You didn't miss anything. Oh, how to get Raven from Teen Titans outfit? There's a few. There's an official Raven headpiece you could get. There's also an official Raven set of gear on Booster Gold, but that's not the it's not a classic Teen Titans outfit. The Raven one will be a tough one to answer. I'm pretty sure I made a. If you look at my videos, I probably have a Teen Titans video. Like I may not have a Raven specific video, but I'm pretty sure I have a version of Raven or two in a Teen Titans video. Again, I would suggest look through my videos. Non-hero, I wish they gave Green Arrow more of a spotlight or his own DLC. Yeah, with the TV show Arrow, you would think that they would give us more Green Arrow content, and yeah, you would think they would give us at least a one Green Arrow DLC. Uh, like Arrow was popular enough to launch the Arrowverse. We got the Flash, we got Legends of Tomorrow, but all of that started with Arrow. So you would think that they would have given us more Arrow content thanks to the TV show, but not really. Cameron Summers, they need us to evolve for more content. Not sure exactly what you mean by that. MDK only 8 versus 8 unless everyone would only queue that. I've already queued for 8 versus 8, but we're still waiting. Courtney Powell's why the servers has issues. Um, it's hard to tell. We've had issues for quite some time. Sometimes it get better, sometimes it doesn't get better, and we don't really know why. Why the server connection has issues? Again, we don't know why. We could speculate. Like a couple of weeks ago, apparently there was some sort of a DDoS attack or DDoS attack, but the truth is we don't know. The devs certainly don't tell us, so we have to. It's pretty much a guessing game at this point. Jonathan Kennedy, I heard the first owner of the game are working on a Marvel game like DCO. Nah, that was way back when. They had a game. They were working on a Marvel game, but the design kind of looked like something that looked kind of like Fortnite. It was like a cross between Fortnite and the Spider Verse movies. So they had pretty much a very cartoony characters, and it looked very cartoony. So, but they that was canceled. I don't know, 2 years ago at this point, maybe more. So they did work on a Marvel MMO for a while. Actually, there was a couple of Marvel MMOs that got worked on, but in the end, they all got canceled. And the truth is, we don't know why. Is it that they could not agree with Marvel? Is it that it would have been too expensive to produce those games? Maybe Marvel wasn't willing to invest that much money. We don't know. Or maybe the license got too expensive for some reason. So unless somebody like Maps writes like a behind the scene a book about the behind the scenes of DC Universe Online, we'll never really know. Courtney again, Wonder servers to DCO is we don't know why. We could speculate, but we don't really know why. No, the server isn't down. Yeah, I guess Cameron, like a Pixar film, like it was like a cross between something from a Pixar film or from what I understand, they wanted to copy the designs from Fortnite, and they also wanted to copy Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse because those were sort of successful at the time. Uh, but what they ended up doing, didn't really look like. Yeah, it kind of looked more like a Pixar film, I have to admit. So it wasn't very inspiring, let's say. With the new Superman movie coming out, hopefully they give us the emblem. I wouldn't expect that. Basically, we just got the classic Superman emblem. Uh, Realistically, that's all we can really expect. Like if we go into marquee, so the emblem we have here, that's what they gave us for the Superman movie. Now, is it possible that they'll give us some more stuff related to the movie later on? It could be. Like technically, we 2025 is supposed to be the year of Superman. Uh, this summer is supposed to be the summer of Superman, and obviously there's the Superman movie also coming out. So you would think that they would create a whole bunch of stuff for Superman in 2025, but so far all we got is Superman Day, and we got the Superman emblem and the two Superman slimline. To be fair, we got some really nice looking slimlines. For the Superman movie emblem, they cannot give us that emblem. What they would have to do was they would have to give us, let's say, the Kingdom Come Superman emblem and make it so that it's not color locked, so that we could change the colors, and then we could get something that kind of looks like the Superman movie emblem, or the emblem that I'm using right now. I guess could be. Let's go. Let's change that. There we go. Uh, this is as close as you can get to that emblem right now, and as you can see, it's not even close. So we just got this emblem added to the game once more not too long ago, and if you want to have that emblem, you still have roughly 1 month. You have 4 weeks to buy out the emblem if you want to. After that, we don't know if the emblem will be back. Oh, Red Knight says he's back, and now you can finally play the game. Well, welcome back. Static shot shock. I do not see it on your channel. Just give me a minute. It depends on what you're searching for, I guess. If you're searching for Raven, yeah, I probably don't have. I probably don't have a Raven. Actually, I do have a Raven video. So there's the Dark Raven video that shows you. Well, let's try something else. I do have a few Teen Titans videos, but time capsule. Oh, maybe this one. Oh, I'm gonna have to look a bit later. Okay, if you search in my videos, there's a video called Teen Titans 2020. There is a version of Raven. There's the classic version of Raven in there. Right now, what phase are you in? We're about to get into the mission, so it doesn't really matter. We're about to play Australia 8 versus 8 Legends. So Static Shock, Teen Titans 2020. You should see a version of Raven in there, and it's the classic version of Raven. K5J2, they need to add the Max Fleischer emblem. They can't. They they only have the rights to the comics, so they only have the rights to the characters from the comics, to the costumes from the comics, to the storylines from the comics. Anything else, they don't have the rights to use those. So sadly, the Max Fleischer cartoon, that wouldn't be included. That's probably the issue we had with the BVS emblem. Probably some foolish fool way back when thought, let's give them the BVS Superman emblem, and licensing legal told them, no, you can't do that. Or DC told them, no, you can't do that. It's not part of your license. So it would be nice to get the Max Fleischer emblem, but it's not gonna happen.
Match commencing.
Normally I go to the Ziggurat first, but because I guess not today.
Heroes control the processing. Villains control the comm room.
Let's go to the Ziggurat. Normally I go to the Ziggurat first. Probably should have done that this time too.
There are things worse than death. Bizarro
Lots of red names over here.
One punch.
So you want to play?
I might as well go.
Villains control the Ziggurat.
You will succumb to the hand of fate.
This ought to shut you up.
That all you got?
I will preserve the balance.
Let's go to the comm room. So most people didn't come to the Ziggurat. Let's see if we can get it.
Lost the comm room.
Nobody calls me the space
For
cowboy.
justice. No fear.
Or the gangster of love, for that matter.
Our friend the Evil Flash.
Meow.
Oh no, it's Catwoman.
Pizza, just flip a coin.
Evil Joker.
Heroes have lost.
Oh, there it is.
Villains control the processing facility.
Oh noes, we're in trouble.
I am the Batman.
Villains have lost the Ziggurat.
So as you can see, the heroes are spread all over the place, as opposed to the villains that are pretty much sticking together. That made a pretty big difference.
My hope can't be extinguished.
You're going down.
Blood and
Beware my
rage!
power.
Bizarro crush with kindness!
Call yourself a threat?
So even if you take down Bizarro, there's like 2 more to take his place.
Go green.
It's worse than fighting Hydra.
Heroes control the comm room. Heroes have lost the comm room.
Let's go see if we can try to get the Ziggurat anyway. Some of the evil villains were somewhat damaged a bit, but I did a big boo-boo and I'm by myself against a handful of heroes, or a handful of villains.
Villains control the processing facility.
11 seconds. That freaking stinks. So if you wonder why some people don't like PvP, there's a lot of reasons for that. We're pretty much done, like dinner.
Villains have lost the comm room.
Hope burns bright.
Crush with kindness!
This ought to shut you up.
Me, Bizarro, hero
Match
number
over.
1!
So sadly, obviously the other team was much more organized than we were. Oh well. Cameron says, I can't wait to make a quirk. I have no idea what that means. Low Spec Gaming, hello Multi, hello everyone. Hello Low Spec. So the next one will be the Fortress. What could we use for the Fortress? Let's stick to our friend the Batman. There's some legends that I haven't played in years and years and years, so I don't even recall what their abilities are. Oh, we have a DC Fanverse as the Mighty Green Arrow. K5J2, hopefully they add more accurate outfits emblems. It's a mixed bag. Sometimes they add some very accurate accurate styles. Sometimes not at all. Like at some point we're getting very accurate styles. Well, I should start way back when we would get styles that looked nothing like the characters. Like we have a Red Tornado style that looks nothing like Red Tornado. We had some Superman styles, some Batman styles that looked nothing like Superman or Batman. But then something happened and we got the Batman Beyond style, so that was a first step in the right direction. Then we got styles like the Red Death, which was perfect, the Batman Who Laughs. So there was a window of opportunity where we got some really, really good looking style. But then they started going back again to giving us styles that looked nothing like the characters. Cersei is sadly an example of that when they gave us the Cersei style. The Cersei Time Capsule, we got a style that looked nothing really like Cersei. And when we got the Black Adam style, again, it looked nothing like Black Adam. Luckily, they gave us the actual Black Adam chest piece, so they did give us the classic Black Adam chest piece. But the Black Adam style they gave us in the time capsule, wasn't it? Yeah, in the time capsule, looked nothing like Black Adam. Or was it in the time capsule? It's been a while. I kind of forget. Like here we can see we get a pretty dead-on version of the evil Dawnbreaker. And for Green Arrow, we got an official version of the Green Arrow style. But in some cases, the style looked nothing like the characters. So for a while we thought that they were going to give us accurate styles, and then they started giving us styles that did not look like the characters again, or styles from characters like the Mad Hatter hat. Whoever wanted to get that style, but that's what they would give us. And last year they gave us styles like the Reckoning. No one asked for that. So, but seeing how they gave us the electric blue, electric red Superman Slimline, it makes us hope that they are going to give us some of the classic styles. Well, we'll see. Because we also got we got the Blue Beetle style, or at least some of the Blue Beetle style. We got some of the Vigilante style. So once in a while they do give us something that kind of sort of that is almost spot on. That is almost like the character. But then they give us styles that look nothing like anything. Yeah, the Champions of Conduct on Capsule. Thank you. So we got a Black Adam style that looks nothing like Black Adam, but at least they gave us the official Black Adam chess piece from the Doctor Fate vendor. So sadly, sometimes it's a mixed bag. Sometimes they would give us a style that was highly requested, like the Red X mask. After I don't know how long people asked for that mask, but there was quite a lot, and it took them a while to finally give us that mask. Although some people were a bit disappointed.
It's your lucky day.
People expected the mask to be a slimline mask as opposed to something that looks like a almost like a I'm going to say a hockey mask, but even worse than a hockey mask, like a
I didn't even break a sweat.
Beware the Dark Knight.
Next time, try using my brain.
So. Order will prevail.
Meow.
Like the suit?
Careful.
Stop your crying.
Here, kitty, kitty.
so Sakaloa got no chance when you're fighting multiple opponents and you block. Yeah, you could end up blocking at least one of them, but if there's only one of them who's block breaking you, you're in trouble.
I don't have time for punks like you.
That all you got?
Who's the Man of Steel now?
Time to bust some heads.
Forgive them.
Your destiny awaits.
You're my new
The
scratching.
coin is never wrong. Give up! Stop looking at me.
You're
Dang, that was
my scratching post.
I don't. Oh, did he have the buff?
I am an agent
Are we done
of
here?
order. Time to hammer out the details.
Why did the bat cross the road? Because it was stapled to the chicken.
Yeah, watch and learn.
So I guess the red players are trying to get the buffs upstairs.
You think you'd learn?
Thank you.
I didn't even break.
On your face,
I'm
soldier.
getting bored. Careful. I scratch.
Come on, Evil Cola. I need some health.
I am an agent of order. Your destiny.
I'm gonna get health now.
Sealed.
Let's summon old friend over here.
Order.
Meow.
Hope burns bright.
I will preserve the balance.
Try harder.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Order will prevail. So be it.
Who's there? Blam!
Don't make me
Let me
scream
guess.
you.
You're the bad guys.
Blood and rage! Some heads. I'll pulverize you.
Your evil has no place here.
There is always hope.
I am vengeance. The coin is never wrong.
I see while I'm trying to fight the evil Lex Luthor, there's Robin that's attacking me at the same time.
You're my new
Try
scratching
detective
post.
work.
Oh, speak of Luthor, Luthor and Kilowog at the same time.
Stop your crying.
That's just sad. Are we done here?
Out of my way.
That all you
Stop
got.
your crying. Preserve the balance. Pedal to the metal, baby.
Why did the bat fall out of the tree? No one escapes fate. Next time, don't fight the coin. Stop looking at me. I told you to stop staring.
Enough.
At least I was able to take down the Kilowog.
I hope you learn your lesson.
You lose.
Your destiny awaits.
I guess one word to describe a PvP: chaos. Oh, there's someone hiding up there.
Now I'm mad.
You don't want to do this. I'm not crazy. We all have two sides.
Oh, there's two Dr. Fates.
Succumb to the hand of fate.
One of the challenging bits is like we had a Dr. Fate on our team, so I thought that's who that was his ability.
That's it?
Kilowog running away.
It's your lucky day.
Now you see the error of your ways.
Your lucky day.
A fire only my blue
You know
light can
crime doesn't
extinguish.
pay.
Get back in the basement, Harvey. I'm in control. I'm unstoppable. I don't know you.
Like the suit?
Are
you even
I
trying?
will triumph.
You're my new scratching post.
You're going down.
Bust some heads.
Come on!
So you can see our friend Sandwalker keeps on blocking some more.
That's it?
Pretty much every time I tried to attack him, he was blocking. So that's why at some point I was pretty much a spam block breaker.
You think you'd learn?
Stay down.
Burn like my rage.
I couldn't roll away. There we go.
Blue light holds great
That's
power.
just sad.
The coin is never wrong.
Meow.
I am an agent of order.
All will be well.
The night is mine. That's it?
Nobody calls me the space
You
cowboy.
cannot withstand the might of an Amazon.
No one is. Give him.
The Batman.
I guess Lex really wanted to take me down. Oh,
You have sealed your.
ah.
Are we done here?
Stop your crying. Watch and learn.
Heads. You lose.
Feel the power of the multiverse.
That's it?
I told you to stop
here?
staring.
Let me
Your
guess.
lack of
You're the
hope
bad guy.
saddens me.
This
Tails,
is true
you
star
lose.
power.
Who's the Man of Steel now?
Barbatos. You below spec. Terry quotes, your bro played DC for like 5 years straight, but could never get back into it as much change recently. Oh yeah, there's been quite some change. If you haven't played in a while, yeah, there's been some change. I made a video about the DC Universe Online in 2024. That would show you a whole bunch of changes we had there previously. I'm overdue for DCUO 2025. Basically, I was waiting for a few things. No, wrong. Basically, I needed to make a video about the story. DCU is supposed to be more story focused. Not sure about that, but anyways. Let's go for Batman again. But let's go for future Batman. So before I made my video about the DCU in 2025, I needed to make a video about the story focus thingy. Then I need to make a story about the new devs, a video about the new devs, and then I'll make my DCU 2025. Also, by then, hopefully, we'll get the second chapter. So because we kind of need a bit more information about how the chapter structure will really be. Like we got the first chapter. But will every chapters be structured like that, or will there be some variations that we don't know about? If all goes well, I'll make my DCO 2025 video soon, and I could decide to make it before we get the next chapter. We'll see. K5J2 also with the new 52 Shazam style, they should make it so we can change the colors of the lightning bolt. Nah, the way they made the colors, if I was to take a guess, I would say that they made the colors this way so that we could not reproduce the Shazam NPC exactly. So they wanted to be sure that we could tell the difference between a player who has the Shazam style and the Shazam NPC. Oh, that girl from Mario, Barbatos. She says have fun multi, but I'm sure she means have fun everyone. Low spec gaming, accurate styles in this game is few like Flash, Heatwave, and Mera. Yeah, it's
security terminals.
Again, it's a bit strange because sometimes at some point they would give us some very accurate styles, and then at some point they went into very weird styles that looked nothing like the characters. So I don't know why they could it be when they had a new designer that happened? Could it be that I don't know? There's a whole bunch of reasons that could motivate that, but it was a bit strange to see that sometimes they did show us that when they want to, they could really give us a very accurate,
This is the force of my will.
some very accurate characters, but it's only when they want to.
Order. Don't evil mind.
Do not stand.
You can't win.
Too many red players. What am I gonna do? And as you saw, as soon as I tried to break out and roll away, I got interrupted.
Oh, yeah. All will be well.
Let's defeat the Evil Grodd. Oh. Did you see that, like, turtle mode? And he got us by default.
Time to die.
Beware the dark night.
My imagination has no bounds.
So when you see a turtle, you have to spam block break.
I am vengeance.
Have hope.
See, when you don't spam block break, that's what happens.
Then you look and run.
You're going down.
Not sure why the taser pull sometimes really doesn't seem to work. And there's the lunge ability that allows you to catch an enemy that's trying to flee. But sometimes what they'll end up doing is that they end up blocking. They basically they flee for a bit, then they stop and block while you're trying to lunge at them.
The coin is never wrong. The coin is never wrong.
Where was that electric?
I am vengeance.
Oh, he's out of power, so he's not going to be able to block.
Black lightning will strike again.
Bizarro still I've got
Ah, that was ugly.
lead or steel. Your choice.
I told you to stop staring!
Ever.
Bizarro, welcome, friendly game of punch!
You're mine.
Me
Hurts,
and
doesn't
Earth's worst offender!
Need a sec to catch your
I
breath?
thought you were supposed to be good. Time to bust some heads!
There's someone attacking me from, I don't know. Ah, there he is.
Give up! Hello!
Sometimes you get attacked, you don't know where it comes from, and then you realize it comes from behind you, but too late, too late.
This is the force of my will.
Almost got me.
To the security terminals. Oracle is counting on us.
Flee from me now or be eliminated. Looks like it's your lucky day.
Look, more prey.
I won't give up.
Just made this person. I won't forget.
Ah, the evil barrel.
I don't know you.
Try
All
detective
will
work.
be well.
So you can see here, Two-Face is trying to attract me to the barrel. But he doesn't really need to because his is freaking... And I fell into it. But even just with his machine gun, holy crap, does the machine gun hit like a truck.
Superman.
Bravo, bravo! Attaboys and congratulations all around. Villains, don't forget your party favors, provided by that creepo with the kidnapper glasses, Calculator.
Yeah, I guess we didn't win this one.
Take out the celebrities first. Give the old ratings a boost.
Hope burns bright.
Oh, evil henchman.
Time to die. I told you to stop staring! I'm not crazy! Get back in the basement, Harvey! I'm in control! I'm unstoppable!
Boy, those villains are prepared. Hey, heroes, watch your step. Kaboom!
My hope.
Ah.
Ring around the rosies, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, they all fall down.
Don't bite off.
Holy crap, there's a lot of reds here.
Call yourself a threat?
You're finished.
Get back in the basement, Harvey!
You will see the light.
Let's regroup. We'll be better prepared next time.
That was not even close. So let us go for the Watchtower 8 versus 8. Low Spec Gaming says, hope in the future they add a raid where we all could play as iconic characters. Nah, they give up on that stuff. They tried to give us Legends PvE. For some reason, all they gave us is 4-player missions. Why not 8-player missions? I have no idea. But they gave us Legends PvE with the 4-player missions, and that pretty much was the end of it. That's technically they gave up on Legends. What was it, 2013? They had they went to SOE Live. They announced that we would get a new Legend character. That we would get the Gorilla Grodd Legend character, and they never released it. The Legends, so few people were buying Legend characters that they did not even bother to release a Legend character that was already. I don't know if it was entirely finished. Maybe they still needed to put some work into it, and they decided not to do it. But anyways, they were pretty much they pretty much announced the Gorilla Grodd NP Legends character, and they gave up on Legends PvP pretty much right after that. And someone tried to bring back Legends with Legends PvE. Basically, it's someone who during their lunch break they came up with that, and it didn't work. They didn't really the way they made it. Like some of the feats you would have to play like for 12 years before you could get some of those feats, and people pretty much gave up on that pretty quick. Also, the legends are pretty weak. So it was pretty much a struggle trying to play through the missions with those legend characters. You needed a group that was working well together, and that most of the time that's just not the case. So it got really frustrating real fast, and people pretty much gave up on that pretty quick. And then at some point where they had they I forget what they did where they rebalanced pretty much the entire game, and that made Legends PvE even worse. But that was requested a long time ago. We did not under we were requesting where we could have all the content available to legend characters, but it just never happened. Oh, Static Shock is asking if Shadow Lady is going live on the 3rd. And she says yes, live on the 3rd. So if you want to see Shadow Lady, you will be able to see her live on the 3rd. Oh, David Sharp says I took paid time off for this week, so could have basically all of Thunderbolt's week off. I hope you enjoy it. I heard mixed feelings about that. One YouTuber especially was very, very proud to say that the movie got like 86% on Rotten Tomatoes or something like that. So she was really, really proud of that. Mentioned that like 12 times in her video. But so I guess she was trying really, really hard to say that it was good. Oh, that girl from AU. Oh, that girl from AU has to head off to work. So have fun PvPing, everyone. Oh, Scroll says hit the like button. That would be appreciated. Red Knight says I always like the multiverse video. Ah, you're so nice. Marvalis, why is that they never update the PvP models? They can't. They sold. People had to pay good money for those models for those characters. So basically, people paid. Like people paid for this. People paid for Robin to look like this. Like if you purchase Superman, you purchased this version of Superman. So people paid money for this, for the ability, for the look, for everything. If they were to change the look of the characters, some people could say if the character had looked like that to begin with, I would not have bought it. So people bought the character because it looked like this. If they change the look, it's gonna make a lot of people not very happy. They may ask for a refund. They may So they're not going to update those models. Oh, Scroll says his first son will be called Barbatos. You can do that, but he's gonna fight a lot. Sometimes there are parents who give. I understand that sometimes they're trying to give unique names to their kids, but sometimes you have to wonder, like, do you really want your kid to get beaten up in school like every day? Luckily, I well, not true. I was going to say sometimes I was able to prevent some parents of using, let's say, really not good names. Basically, I would come up with puns. I would use those names as puns, or and they would realize that okay, I'll change to another name. Sadly, one time the name they changed to no better than their first one, so I assume the kid had a lot of fight. If I ever see him again, I'll ask him. As in, don't name your boy Anakin. Anakin, Kal-El. But I forget who. Sadly, I knew some people who did name their kids Anakin. Not a good idea. But sometimes what happens when your parents gives you a crappy name, you come up with a nickname instead. So I've known people who I knew them for years, never realized what their true name was because we were calling them something else. Oh, DC Fanverse, don't do that to your kid. Unless you want him to fight every day at school, don't do that. So if you're looking at the Batman over here, that is our friend Static Shock. Viltrum Cal. Yeah, I guess I could see that with the popularity of the Invincible TV show on Amazon. Lospec Gaming, why James Gunn is not giving anything related to Superman in this game. At least a new style to promote the movie, that Ultraman style or his emblem from the movie. I understand that James Gunn is the head of DC Studios, but I don't think he really I don't think he really has anything to do with games. He might have some influence, might be able to work with the studios a little bit, but I'd be surprised if he actually has anything to do with games. I know that they said that we're trying to keep everything linked together, but at the same time as they said that, they also said that there would be projects that would be Elseworlds, pretty much opening the door to when we want to, the projects will be in the DCU, and when we want to, they're going to be Elseworlds, and they won't have anything to do with the DCU. So I kind of doubt that James Gunn has anything to say really about the games, and also because there's also things like licensing and depending on the license the that DCU purchase, like from what we understand, Daybreak only has a license to the comics. Now they don't have license to the TV shows, to the movies. Why? Is it because maybe they would have to pay more to get a license that includes everything? And maybe they have only a partial license. Maybe there's a whole bunch of reasons that would explain it. But ultimately, I kind of doubt that James Gunn really has any say into what's going on. And if you're wondering, this is a pretty cool interpretation of Power Man, also known as Luke Cage. If you guys only know Luke Cage from the TV show, This is actually how our friend Luke Cage did look in the 70s and most of the 80s, and even in the early 90s, come to think of it. At some point, they tried to reinvent the character, just calling him Cage, and basically they got rid of his costume and gave him just like a leather jacket and jeans. But in the early 90s, everyone did that. It was a bit heartbreaking to see that. Whereas a lot of really nice looking classic characters ended up just wearing a t-shirt, a leather jacket, and some jeans. Even the Avengers. In the Avengers, at some point, they gave a leather jacket to a whole bunch of them. Cersei, uh, Black Knight. Basically, they got rid of the Black Knight's cape and they gave him a leather jacket. And they gave him also some armored pads for the legs. And that was also another thing. Like basically, he had armors on his legs and nowhere else. So you have to wonder why. So, anyways, but it was, I guess, the rule of cool. They were coming up with those costumes. Whether those costumes made sense or not, they didn't care. They just thought it looked cool. And in some cases, they were trying to modernize the costumes a little bit. Like for example, for the Black Knight, as I mentioned, they got rid of his cape and gave him a leather jacket. And the leather jackets and long coats pretty much became a replacement for capes in the 90s. David Sharp says that is a nice Luke Cage look. Absolutely. Oh yeah, friend, let's give him a little bow because we can. You did good. And it was a great run in the late 70s, early 80s of Power Man and Iron Fist. I think the first two issues were by John Byrne, and then afterwards there were some great issues by Kerry Gammill. I was a big fan of Kerry Gammill. You know, although I don't have that many comics by him somehow, but there was a pretty good run of Power Man and Iron Fist with Kerry Gammill, with I forget who else. Greg LaRoche drew the book for a while. Mark D. Bright. I think the late Mark D. Bright, sadly, did a run on the book. Sadly, at some point, the series was cancelled, and I'm not sure why. Did I forget to cure? No one told me. Oh no, there we are. So I guess people really don't want to play the Watchtower. We'll wait a bit more, and if not, it's getting a bit late. I have a little doggy who's been scratching my leg for a bit, looking for attention. I gave him his food and I gave him a snack a bit earlier, but I have to admit, I'm getting a bit hungry. I did not take the time to eat before this. So we'll wait a bit more. So while we wait, so next month we're going to change our formula a little bit. So Wednesday will be checkmate day from now on until the end of days. So Wednesday will be the official checkmate day to play arena PvP, and Sunday will become the official day to play Legends PvP. I might try to do some Legends PvE at some point. I'm still trying to figure it out. It's just that right now I have basically 3 live streams per week. It's getting to be a little bit more than I thought, a bit more demanding than I thought. We'll see. Oh, Superman says hello everyone. Good seeing you all. I'll be running a bit late, joining in the fun tonight. We're almost done, Superman. Sadly. Marvelous, what do you think of the direction of the game since Al Rivera took over? It's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of a bit early to tell because we only got the one DLC by this. Like technically, they worked on the Harley Quinn versus Apocalypse DLC, but that was pretty much started by the old team. So they did not decide to make the DLC that was decided for them. They just came in, tried to tweak it a bit, and then released it, and we saw the result. So the Dev Reckoning, that was the very first DLC we got from those devs, and so I'm curious. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with the next DLC. The one thing that I find worrisome is having 4 chapters. Uh, the 4 chapters, from what we can tell, is the 4 chapters are going to be based around Esmeralda, the Blue Lantern. Yeah, I know it's Esperanza, and and the Reckoning. These are pretty much the 2 main characters of that storyline, and I'm not too crazy about that. If you love those characters, then you're probably doing the happy dance because it seems we are going to get 4 DLCs with those characters. But these are no-name characters that nobody knew anything about, so I'm not too crazy about that. If they were to make 4 DLCs about the characters, make 4 DLCs about the Batman and Superman, make 4 DLCs about the Flash and Green Lantern, make 4 DLCs about Wonder Woman and who else, and the Atom. But 4 DLCs about 2 characters that we never saw before, I don't know. Again, we're gonna have to wait and see for the next DLC what they end up doing. Maybe it's not going to be as bad as we think. Maybe it's going to be worse than we think. Hard to tell at this point. But right now, we only have really the 1 DLC to judge them. Sadly, we're pretty much still, we've been in transition for quite a while with DC Universe Online. And sadly, we're going to be in transition pretty much until 2026. In January 2026, we're going to be able to look back at 2025 and then maybe get a clear picture of what the devs are doing right now. But right now, only with the 1 DLC, and even some of the stuff they did last year, again, really, they only really made 1 DLC. It's kind of hard to know for sure. Ah, David Sharp, you're so nice. Thank you. Superman again. The fact that we're going to actually be on the Mogo this time instead of going back to the Mogo Command Center is pretty interesting. For chapter 2, yeah, I'm curious to see. From what we saw from the pictures, we're still going to go probably to the command centers because there seems to be a map where it's the tunnels are underneath the Mogo, but there seems to be also a screenshot of a map that seems to suggest that we will be also on the surface of Mogo. We'll have to wait and see to know more. Why are they giving us DLC that no one cares? The easy answer is that probably they care. Like it's the characters that they created. Like they created the characters, they created the storyline, so they're probably emotionally invested in those characters. The problem is that we're not. We to them those characters don't mean anything. Yeah, Low Spec Gaming, I agree. Why not give us Superman or Lex Luthor DLC or Green Lantern? I absolutely agree. Sadly, it's not what we have right now. So I guess we're done for tonight. So guys, so Friday it will be live at 5. And again, this Friday and the next Friday, our friend the Shadow Lady will not be with us. So sadly, she has other things to do. And so Friday it's going to be live at 5, and Sunday we're going to play a Legends PvP once more because next month we're changing. So next month, Sunday will be Legends PvP and Wednesday will be Checkmate PvP, so Arena PvP. Oh, Xenith, I want another Flash DLC. Me too. I love Flashpoint Gotham. Me too. Sadly, it's not going to happen just yet. So guys, thanks to everyone who came to play with us. Thanks to everyone who came to chat with us. And thanks to all of you guys watching. You guys are awesome. Have a good night, guys.